So November is National Novel Writing Month. It's where you write a book that's about 50,000 words in 30 days. That's like 1,660 something words per day. And yes, I'm participating in it this year. I got my outline here, which I... Okay, so I didn't really decide I was gonna do it until like the week before November, like the Monday before. I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. I'm gonna do it, right? And then from there on, I didn't really plan anything. So I grabbed my outline and like my notes and a bunch of writing I have from another story that I've been working on over the summer. So this is it. This is what I have. Not that much. So what am I gonna need for NaNoWriMo? I'm gonna work off of this mainly. And I got my notebook. I got another notebook. I got my coffee, my cheap wine. I need my wine. Got my MacBook Pro over here. Okay. That's all I need for now. Okay, so apparently there's this NaNowrimo tag. No one tagged me to do it, of course. I'm just gonna do it anyway. Okay, the first question is, how many times have you done NaNoWriMo? My username was created about 5 years ago. That's what the website tells me. But I don't think I've done it 5 years, okay? So yeah. How did you first find out about NaNoWriMo? I feel like I remember bumping into the word NaNoWriMo in a forum, like a writer's forum, but I really don't remember. What was the name of the first novel you attempted with NaNoWriMo? I usually give the books I'm writing a project name. I think the first one was called Project Elite, I think. Give us a first sentence summary of what you're writing this year. So the summary I submitted for this year's book says, this is the story of 18-year-old Adam Whitaker. And that's it. Extremely vague because, to be honest, I don't want to give much away until I'm done with it. But it's contemporary, it's young adult fiction, so there's no like fairies or like dragons, you know? What's the best writing advice you've ever been given? Writing advice drives me insane, okay? I've had professors tell me one thing, and then I'll have other professors tell me another thing. And then there were things online that I would read from distinguished authors who would say, oh, do this, or do that, or don't do this, or, you know? So one day I emailed my professor, who's also a writer, and I emailed her and I said, I'm going nuts with all this advice, you know? Like, what do I listen to, you know? And she said, take every advice you get with a grain of salt. So, you know, like, don't take it so seriously, I guess. And that was like, wow, yeah, she's so right, you know? It's like something you know, but you don't listen to yourself until someone tells you, you know? Like, they have to validate that thought in your brain, you know? So she said that. She said, even my advice, take it with a grain of salt. So yeah, I think that's the best writing advice that I've gotten. Take every advice you get with a grain of salt. Did you ever take a year off from NaNoWriMo, and why? Of course I've taken a year off NaNoWriMo. I'm not crazy. I'm not going to write a novel every November, stress my life out, and then just want to die. Of course I have, yes. There are some years that I tell myself, no, I don't want to stress in November. It's also my birthday month. So sometimes I just don't want to stress myself out. That, you know, sometimes, to be honest, sometimes the thought of NaNoWriMo drives me insane. I think, oh God, it's like that thing you don't want to do, but you kind of have to do. And it's like, ugh. So yeah, I've taken a year off. I think I've taken 2 years off. Not sequentially, but you know, I've taken a year or two off from Nano. I've never completed NaNoWriMo. I've never like finished an entire novel in a month because I've never really had a reason to like push myself, I guess. I quit a lot of shit. Anyway, what's the biggest inspiration when you're figuring out what to write? Spotify. Just listen to anything on Spotify. Yeah, and also reading, just sitting down and reading a book. You know, putting away your writing, opening up your book, and then just reading until you're like, yeah, I feel it. You know, or watching Netflix, watching a movie on Netflix or a TV show. You know, just relaxing. Technically, I guess it all fits into that category of just chilling, relaxing. And yeah, read us the first sentence from one of your novels. Okay, let's see. I should look for this. There were no silver linings, as there were no clouds to cover the sun, and no breeze to circulate the aroma of Italian leather scenting the mid August air. Why do I love writing? That, I think I covered that in like my newbie tag. One, it's an escape from reality. Two, it's your own universe that you're creating, you know? And three, anything goes, you know? You make up the rules. You're technically, no offense to God, but you are God in your stories, you know? You're the creator, you're the person in charge, and anything goes. And that's why I love writing. So there you go. There's my NaNowrimo tag for November 2015. Add me as a buddy. I'll link my page below. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button right there. And yeah, have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. Peace.